Welcome to ThinkTech, raising public awareness about technology, energy, globalism, and diversification. We are coming to you live from Pioneer Plaza in downtown Honolulu. This is the Arts in Hawaii. I am Donna Blanchard, the very proud managing director of Kumu Theater. And today I am talking with Stephen Patrick. We'll get to him in just a moment. And we're going to talk about exposing the ninja. Remember that we broadcast live on the internet at 2, 3, and 4 every weekday. All of our shows are streamed on ustream.tv and Spreaker.com. If you want the links to our live streams or previous broadcasts, go to ThinkTechHawaii.com. And if you want to join us in our downtown studio gallery for any of our shows, just write to j@ThinkTechHawaii.com. Stephen Patrick, my guest, is a fashion photographer, a documentarian, a marketing consultant, a designer, and my personal Hawaii coolness coach. Welcome to the show, Stephen. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, thank you.
Are you going to be really serious now because it's not actually your personality?
I'll try not to.
Okay. Don't be nervous or anything here. Okay. I'll tell you something that has intrigued me about you since the first time I met you is that you have your hands in so many different pies. And you come at all of this, so many different artistic and creative pies. And you come at all of this from a background of, you studied anthropology and psychology, which really sets you up to be an actor or a director.
You think so? Okay.
And that's
I'll take director, yeah.
Theater isn't really, okay. Have you been involved in theater as a director at all before?
No. I think it's, no, I haven't.
Okay. So let's talk about the different projects that you are engaged in right now.
Now. Okay, we're wrapping up a short documentary for a local Hawaiian group, and we're working on actually 2 more film projects. So that's why I've been flying to the neighbor islands quite a bit.
What's the documentary?
It has to do with I'm trying to see if I can. It's going to focus around the Native Hawaiian language, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm working with the Native Hawaiian Education Council with that, and also PREL, the Pacific Resources for Education and Learning. I'm working with them to do these projects, yes.
And when you say, okay, the Hawaiian language documentary that you're working on, in what capacity?
I'm actually the director for the film, for the actual film.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Do you have input in the actual makeup of the project, or are you?
I have writers, but overall, I oversee the whole project as a director. Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Question? Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how long have you been working on it?
This one, we're doing the beginning phases of the bigger project, and then we're doing another little thing that kind of leads into that. So it's going to be, I estimate it might be over a year in the making.
Oh, altogether.
So, yes.
Have you done anything like that before?
We've done little stuff here and there, like dealing with, specifically with the arts, like with artists, like the graph artists. You see a lot of stuff going on right now with fashion designers and all that. We've done little things here and there as far as
documentary work?
Documentary, not so much documentary, just more like small little films and vignettes and stuff. Yeah. And
then the work that you're doing with Pacific Resources for Education, what's that?
That's hand in hand with the film projects that we're doing now.
Okay. And how did you get into that? How did you come to that? They contacted you.
They found me, yes.
Well, so, yeah. Nice work if you can get it.
Yeah, that was a surprise when we got the call. Because a lot of times what I do, I try to help out a lot of my friends. I know a lot of that are directors, photographers. I try to give them as much work as possible, and I tried giving them the name of my other friend that does a lot of. I think he may have been too busy, but they said they were interested in working with us instead. So.
Have you ever had a regular job?
Yes. I have. Retail.
Oh, you worked in retail.
Yes.
How long ago was that?
That was, let's see, actually when I was going to school on the Big Island, and I was working in retail, surf shop.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah, so
okay.
what else? I worked at a bookstore, managed a bookstore. And yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
long,
Yes, so
long
I had
time
real
ago.
jobs, yes.
Long time ago. But when you were studying anthropology and psychology, you see where I'm going here. I'm trying to put the pieces together. How did we build Stephen Patrick?
I think anthropology really taught me critical thinking skills, and I think because I've tried living in Vegas for about a month. I tried Denver, but I think Hawaii was a place for me. And what anthropology did was it showed me, it taught me critical thinking skills. And I think we chose a different, me and my friends or whatever, the way we did, we chose different paths. I don't know where I'm getting at. Hold on.
You and your friend chose different paths. You were
We would always be, anti-establishment, anti-mainstream, whatever. So we kind of forge our own path that way. Like when doing promotions. What else?
How are you coming to doing promotions? So you were in school. You're studying anthropology.
Yeah.
Where?
I think I've been to all the community colleges. UH, Hilo, and then Hawaii Community College out there, LCC, KCC, and then I finished up at West Oahu.
Okay, so you were taking a little sample of all the education institutions
Yes.
around. And what made you initially want to study anthropology? Did a guidance counselor say, here's what you should study, or did you just find it? I don't think I knew the meaning of the word anthropology when I was in high school.
No, I get that all the time. I think the one example I like to use is I think I told somebody, oh, what did you study? And I told them anthropology, and their response was, oh, you like bugs.
I would have said rocks.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. So a lot of times I try to figure out my audience, and I omit the anthropology part, and I just say psychology sometimes.
Because we do all get that, because everyone's just a little psycho. So what was it? Was it a guidance counselor or a teacher somewhere along the line?
I think I just took a survey class, because I was going to go into the medical field. I was going to study medicine, go into it, be it like nursing or what have you. And I happened to take a survey course, and I'm like, wow, I like this.
Wow.
And I think everybody else, I don't think, maybe there's like one other friend that liked it, but everyone for the most part was taking that course just to get it out of the way. But I actually liked it. So the study of cultures, I was totally into it.
And why the medical field? Do you have medicine in your family?
Yes.
That's usually the
Yes.
case when people
Mom
say
was,
that.
Auntie was a nurse. I think one of my great uncles, one of the first ones to do a heart transplant on the mainland. So I had all that backing there. So.
Ooh, you so
Sorry,
ready.
Auntie.
Okay, so you took the survey class and you were very interested in it, and that's what led you to the anthropological study.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And where did the psychology come in?
I think it just kind of went hand in hand, because I just dealing with people.
A lot of the same basic courses,
yeah.
probably.
So it went hand in hand. Why not?
But were you always an artist?
I don't think I necessarily viewed myself as an artist as much as, I guess, introverted people person. Is there such a thing?
You're the psychologist.
I just
An
made that up. Yeah.
introverted people person. So you're interested in people, but you're going to process all that in your head and not share with the rest of us.
Yes.
Until you put it onto film.
Or whatever we're doing, yeah. Whether it's like a photo shoot or like helping market a new business, or
All right, so when you're working on a documentary or photography, do you feel that you are creating something or reflecting it?
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. I think That's a good mixture of both. Yeah, you got everything in there.
Oh.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I can respect that answer. So when did you initially pick up a camera?
It's a little over. Actually, my first camera was a film camera. I had no idea how to use it. It was a Canon Rebel, maybe about 20 years ago. Yeah.
And it was like in the family, and you decided.
Actually, no.
How to-
I think I just started. I just picked it up and started playing with it. Yeah.
And somehow that answered something within you that
Yes,
you
yeah,
said, I
thank
want to
you."
make something of this.
And I started getting. I think one of my good friends introduced me to the whole. Right when the Hawaii artist scene was like, was just emerging before everyone. I don't know, I can say this, yeah. Before everyone jumped on the bandwagon, what it is now. And I think I was privileged to be with I like to find them. I like to call them like the pioneers of this whole movement that you see these days. You see all the artwork around Kakako and everything. I like to say that I was a part of the beginning of that. So my friend invited me to do that, and I started taking pictures and documenting their work, and then we traveled like Japan and everything. So that's where I got my start, really, as far as documenting and photography, because we were doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like we had models, fashion designers, artists. So that's what really started me. So
So you were just capturing it for the sake of it should be captured.
yeah.
Were you paid to do that?
No, not at the time. No, it was just all.
You thought it was important?
No, that's. No, I think everyone at the time was in it for. That was just pure passion, I think, because no one was really getting paid for any of that. So.
That's what we do,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You keep doing it until someone pays you for it.
Yes.
So you picked up a camera a film camera, and decided that you were going to document things as they were going on, and you figured out what you were just friends with people who knew something about editing and transfer and all of that, or did you teach yourself that?
Yeah, that's another mixture of both, because a lot of the people that was started out with us were actually really, and they still are, talented photographers. So I look up to a lot of them, and I study their work, and they've helped me out.
And okay, so let's talk about the photography work that you do. You do fashion photography.
Not recently. I kind of, yeah. I think because like these days, that's kind of everyone's a photographer now. So it's like.
Oh, so you don't need to be involved in that anymore. But you've done some stuff.
Yes,
fairly
yes.
recently.
Yes.
You just don't like to talk about it.
We're going more into like the film stuff, and I'm just more what's that? I'm helping out more on the business side now. So a lot of times they need just marketing and media, and so that's where that comes into play now.
Okay, so let's cover that now. Let's move over and cover the marketing and media, and then we're going to come back and visit these things later.
Okay.
So, marketing. How did you land yourself in marketing consulting work?
But I think that's where more of my anthropology comes into play, because I think Hawaii's unique as far as marketing, because I think I've done stuff in Denver, I've done stuff in Vegas, but I think Hawaii lends itself to a very let's see, what am I trying to say? You just have to do things differently here.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, hold on. I had it.
Okay, you know what? We're going to take a break for just a second. We'll be right back. This is the Arts in Hawaii. I'm Donna Blanchard, and I'm talking with Stephen Patrick, and we will be right back.
Aloha, I'm Jay Fidel of ThinkTech. ThinkTech is a 501c3 Hawaii nonprofit corporation. We began ThinkTech in the year 2000. At ThinkTech, we work to raise public awareness about tech, Energy Diversification and Globalism in Hawaii. We do 20 live stream talk shows every business day, and we do a weekly TV show on OC16. We pay the bills with donations from our supporters. Won't you help us by making a donation? All you need to do is go to our website, thinktechhawaii.com, and click there on the Donate button. We hope that you like what we do and that you will support us and help us continue to do it. Thanks so much for watching and for helping. I'm Jay Fidel of ThinkTech. Mahalo.
Hi, we're back and we're live. This is the Arts in Hawaii on the ThinkTech Hawaii Digital Series. I am Donna Blanchard, proud Managing Director of Kumukuhua Theater, and we are coming to you live from Pioneer Plaza in downtown Honolulu and talking with Stephen Patrick, who is a sort of a Renaissance guy, a new Renaissance guy.
Okay.
So, okay, here's where we left off. You feel that you spent some time working in marketing in Vegas for only 1 month. What happened that was only 1 month?
I think just growing up in Hawaii, I was just used to doing things here. Like a lot of what I thought I could apply elsewhere just didn't quite apply. So
Can you go into any detail on
Not
that?
quite.
It's
Not quite.
okay. I can live with that because having lived here for almost 2 years now, I know that there is a very different,
Yeah.
unexplainable
Yes.
groove that we're riding. And same with Denver. How long were you in Denver?
I have family there, so I wasn't necessarily doing business there, but I got a feel for it. I was maybe there for, I tried 2 months,
Okay.
about 2 months there.
Oh, okay. And you could see from the other media there, did it feel foreign to you somehow?
Not, I don't think foreign, no. I just think my heart was here in Hawaii. Because I think it is harder to do things here in Hawaii, and there's a lot of people that trying to make a go here, I think. But I think we're finding our niche as far as helping businesses, because I get referred to a lot, like when new businesses come along. It's, I guess everyone's so set on doing things a certain way, because during my course of study at UH, I did take a couple like international business classes and all that, and I think that kind of clicked with me too. So I kind of combined the two, and I started applying a lot of what I was learning in anthropology, like as far as like studying people and like cultures. So I like to say I was focusing more on modern anthropology, so just like more looking at pop culture stuff and all that. So I was trying to apply a lot of the academic.
The academics of anthropology to modern.
Yes, thank you.
No problem.
And I thought Hawaii is still pretty much untapped, because you have a whole bunch of people doing almost the same things, and I'm coming up against, some people are coming around now as far as like thinking out of the box, but you still have like a whole bunch of people still doing things kind of how it's supposed to be done. You know, like I can get into it. Wait, I can actually get into a lot there.
Yeah, that's
I'm trying
good.
I'm trying not to open too much of a box there.
Open it.
There.
Who's deciding how it's supposed to be done?
I think Hawaii is very cliquey. As much as we are diverse, everyone is kind of like, I guess, a lot of it is who you know.
Where you grad?
That too, yes, all that comes into play. What?
Do you think? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but do you think that clickiness, for lack of a better term, we'll call it, that affects the way in which products and services must be marketed here?
Oh, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that felt, for some reason, that called to you. You had some sort of harness on that, having grown up here.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense. And I experienced the same thing in reverse when I moved here, that I had some very for me, generic, tried and true methods of this is how you market and raise funds for a theater. This is how you do it. Ba 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 ba. And then I got here and I realized, it's not exactly like that.
Yes,
I have
yes.
to change, So I understand the other side of that. So interesting that you studied. Do you believe that if you had studied anthropology and/or psychology elsewhere at University of Chicago, then it would be more difficult to apply what you've learned here in Hawaii?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's fair.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I think we become more global as we become more global through shows like this, I might add. Then those edges are gonna soften a little bit. They'll continue to soften.
Yes.
Most likely. So let's talk about, we're gonna talk about marketing.
Okay.
We're gonna stick on marketing here for a
Okay.
minute. When you are a marketing consultant, you're working with someone, what are some of the initial questions that you are asking? If you're gonna come over, I wanna talk to you about working with Kumakuhua Theater. What do you need to know about us?
Let's see. I guess that's when the basics come into play. You look at your market, you look at the demos, you look at just the basic stuff.
Of how we're showing up in the community, who's coming in the door now. And you want to determine.
I think also I like to, I think that's the part that's really changing now as far as marketing is the whole social media thing. I think it goes way beyond, because a lot of people, I've come across a lot of new businesses and say, oh, we gotta have a Facebook page, oh, we gotta have Instagram, we gotta have a Twitter, but I think it goes a lot, because everybody is kind of doing it now, you have to kind of look at that more critically.
So you're saying that that's not necessarily
No,
so.
it's a huge part now, social media. I think it's the execution now that people get muddled about.
Yeah. And is that something that you work with people on? How to do this? How to tweet? How often?
Yeah. Yes. That's one of the areas that's always constantly changing too. So the people that I consult with now about that is going to be different if I consult with a different business, say even like a month from now, it could change. I think that's how dynamic the Hawaii market is, and I think it actually serves as a microcosm of the world, like at other places like Japan, or even I can go as far as saying even New York or whatever, because we're so concentrated here.
Yeah.
So I think it could serve as it does serve as a good microcosm.
So are people selling things by selling goods and services because of what they're doing on Twitter and Facebook?
What do you mean? Like,
Is that making a big difference?
if they're trying to sell a product or a service?
Because I'll tell you what, there I went interrupting you again. Sorry about that.
No.
But I'll tell you what, we, for Kumakuhua Theater, we are on Facebook and we're on Twitter and as active as we can be.
Yes.
And when I survey people, they're telling me it's really not making that big a difference. You know what's making a
Yeah.
difference?
What is?
Star Advertiser, Midweek, TGIF, word of mouth.
Yeah, that's huge here in Hawaii. I think we operate primarily on the coconut wireless here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so do you work in PR as well, or in the marketing?
No, that comes into play all the time too. PR, it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah. So, and then again, in the marketing work that you do, I have to ask, are you creating something or are you reflecting?
I think now, I think when it comes to marketing, I think we're more reflecting on what's going on. You have to, because you have to be able to react to what's going on at the time, in the culture, in the moment, what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you have your phone under your leg right now. Are you one of these people who's constantly looking at what is being said and by whom?
You gotta, I think you gotta. I use social media to kind of gauge, like where the thinking is going, how everyone is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes, I'm one of those that's always on my phone, always.
Okay, now here I have a question for you that I just absorbed this one for a minute. Are you ever concerned about the way in which you are absorbing things? Okay, coming from your world, your age group, your demographic, are you concerned that you have a different point of view and that point of view is going to continue to stray from that 20-something demographic?
Oh, I like that question, but I gotta think about it. Try rephrasing it. Or wait, yeah, no, I loved it. That was an awesome question.
Okay, not that this is close to home for me or anything,
No,
but
wow,
I
okay.
recognize it in myself that I have very specific tastes and proclivities,
Yeah.
and sometimes I see things that are going on and I think, ugh, that doesn't appeal to me at all, and ooh, maybe that's because I'm getting older. Am I getting out of touch with that demographic?
So you're asking exactly.
If you feel
If-
that.
Yes and no. I think I try to impose my personal, what is it, proclivities onto what I'm doing. I almost purposely do that.
Ooh,
I think-
nice answer.
I think that's what a lot of times people like. We live right now. I think, especially with the 20-somethings, like you said. I think I'll go out on a limb here. They want to be led. Yes, they have all this freedom. They have everything. They're out there. I think they're at a point where they not need to be told, but they want to be told what they.
Yeah,
So-
need to be told. You can say that in 20 years.
Yeah.
Want to be told, you can
Yeah.
say now.
Yeah, because everyone's kind of running loose now. Everyone has their own. Everyone's every which way. So I think it's more refreshing for when I'm consulting with businesses. I try to say, no, this is what you do. They want to be told this. They want to, because Yes.
That's cool. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know what I was expecting, but that's good. All right, so Mr. Man, do you feel like you're doing that in your photography? You're doing less of that now, but still, I wonder what you see when you're looking from the other side of the camera.
Oh, I think I'm always gauging, even like what my other friends are doing who are photographers. So I'm always trying to find that new angle. Because I think more so than before, everyone, there's more of a herd mentality these days. And that,
Because everyone's got a camera with them at all times.
yeah, so you have to, yeah. So you always got to be thinking on your feet. You always got to be looking for that edge. So I think that's what I'm constantly doing. Even when I'm on my phone, kind of gauging everything, kind of looking all around. That's one of the things that anthropology has taught me, as far as like observing culture. So
And
I
making
think-
decisions for
Yeah,
it.
I think I'm always filing stuff. So
Yeah, this is why you're my personal coolness coach. This is the person who told me not to take binoculars to the beach when I'm watching surfers. That's uncool, Donna, you can't do that. All right, interesting. Okay, so, and does that fit in with the documentary work that you're doing?
they have high hopes for it. I do too. I think it could be one of the most single important documentaries or short film coming out right now. Everyone says that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's making a small film or a short film.
All right,
But
we're
yes.
going to take a little break.
Okay.
We'll be right back. We're going to take another break. This is the Arts in Hawaii on the ThinkTech Hawaii Digital Series. I'm Donna Blanchard. We're talking with Stephen Patrick, and we'll be right back.
We want to thank our underwriters. Hawaiian Electric Company and its affiliates Maui Electric on Maui and Hawaii Electric Light Company on Hawaii Island are deeply committed to the communities they serve. Galen Ho is a senior executive of BAE Systems, a global defense, security, and aerospace company. The High-Tech Development Corporation, the state's leading technology agency, attached to the Department of Business, Economic Development, and Tourism. Castle in COOKE, Hawaii, with a time-honored legacy that spans more than 160 years and revolves around its mission of investing in Hawaii, creating communities, and providing for the needs of our state. Hawaii Gas, formerly the gas company, a proponent of the Liquefied Natural Gas Initiative, helping Hawaii achieve its transition to clean energy and a better energy future. Collateral Analytics, a Hawaii-based tech company empowering the real estate industry with greater and faster access to the tools and data they need to make better informed property investment decisions. I'm Nicole Horry. Thanks so much for joining us on ThinkTech. I'm Maria Kashem. See you next time.
Hi, we're back and we're live. This is the Arts in Hawaii on the ThinkTech Hawaii digital series, coming to you from Pioneer Plaza in the heart of downtown Honolulu. I'm Donna Blanchard, talking with Stephen Patrick. Stephen, let's talk about why now, okay? Why you were intrigued to do what you do. And let's start off where we left off within the culture and the picture that I'm seeing that you are painting here is that you are intrigued by the landscape, the anthropological landscape in which we live, and you have a natural tendency to want to shape that. And that is the link that I've never been able to figure out from you before. How does the photography and the film work and the marketing and the keen sense of what is now? I've tried to figure out how that all fits together in your head, and I think I'm getting it now. I think you're a little megalomaniac. I think you got a little bit of that in you, but it's working for you, and other people are paying you.
Slowly, people are coming around, I think. So, but actually, I do need that. I like to say, I like to be the anti-establishment or whatever, but I do need that to work against. I don't want to change the status quo. I need that. So I won't exist if I don't have that to go up against. So
yeah, so you're going to have to keep evolving.
So that's why, yeah, that's why I need to, I guess, the nickname that is, actually more people are calling me now is Ninja. So I need people to continue doing things the way they do for me to, you know,
to fight the system,
to do my thing. Not this, yeah. I don't think I'm necessarily fighting the system. I'm just giving people that alternative, that different, that you know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and as the system, you know, the status quo is going to continue to evolve.
Yes.
Faster and faster and faster.
Yes.
But you just naturally stay on the cutting edge of it.
I try to.
Because that's who you are.
I try to, yes.
Sweet.
I think that's where I find opportunity, and I think that's where we can offer the most value for whoever I'm working with, or.
Is that just naturally who you are? Is that when time stops for you, when you are searching through feeds to see what's going on? Do you lose track of time then?
I do. Yes, I do.
That's your passion.
I want to write a book. I want to write textbooks on it.
But you know they'll be outdated in a year.
Yes, they'll be outdated in 2 months.
Yeah. So do you feel a responsibility for the control that you have? Do you question that at all?
Question.
The weight of the responsibility that you have in shaping.
I don't think I look at it as a responsibility.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're just putting out there who you are and people are buying it.
More or less.
There are other words.
More or less,
there are other names for this.
Okay. Oh my God.
In a good way.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, in the best way possible. Someone's going to come out of the booth and yell at us to quiet down here in just a minute. Okay, so did you read the newspaper when you were a kid? Were you looking at closely at what was?
I also look at the entertainment section, like the movies and the music or the Billboard charts and stuff like that. Actually.
Yeah. Okay. And you. I still want to get back to the question of psychology. Is that something that you were ever really seriously thinking, I would like to pursue that for the sake of psychology itself, or was it a tool?
Yeah, it was strictly a tool. I didn't want to become a psychologist per se, or that was strictly a tool.
And so when you're that must be coming into play for you when you're working with the Native Hawaiian Education Council and you're working on a documentary for them. As the director, are you advising them in any way, or you are taking what they give you and shaping it to fit what they said?
Yes, yeah. I think my responsibility with them is to take what they give me and what they ask for, and then kind of, I'm working very much hand in hand with them. So it's very much a two-way street.
And how large is your team on that?
Right now, I currently have about 5 people. I have writers and cinematographers and DPs.
And is most of your time spent in documentary work right now? Are you doing marketing consulting?
I'm doing both right now, kind of evenly right now.
So what's the mix of your day look like in or your week? How does that play out?
If I'm not having a meeting, I'm usually on my computer, and I'm working on. Because we actually still do a lot of. Actually, we do weddings too yet. Yeah, for my friends and stuff. It's nothing we put out there and advertise. So so a lot of times I'm still editing stuff, editing video or pictures and stuff. Or I'm working on with my business clients evaluations and stuff like that.
I'm very interested in perception versus reality and how someone who is involved in editing or filmmaking or photography you're not innocent. You know, you have a very big hand in the process, and a lot of people don't realize how much strength is there.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So when someone, you're getting called for these jobs, you feel that it's your previous work. It's part of your personality that they want. It's not. Do you think?
Yes, because I think that's what usually when people go with someone is they stand out for one reason or another. So I think so, yeah.
Okay, now I have to say this. Here's something that I've noticed with artists is usually artists of any ilk. We have a tendency to I'm going to preface this by saying I don't know what's going on in your personal life, but I have to say that I noticed that a lot of artists, when they are in positions in their lives that are not completely settled, that is when we create our best work. Okay. And I have seen actors and actresses go from times of trouble and turmoil, and this has happened in my own life, and do some amazing work, and then settle down and have a family and all of these, and not even necessarily have something pulling your time away, but reach a level of comfort, and the artistic work suffers
yes.
because of it. And so I'm bringing this up because from this conversation, what I'm gathering is that may be more true for you than a lot of people because of you're just riding what is natural for you. You're not, because you might have studied anthropology and psychology, but what you do, there is not a course for. So you're not following someone else's textbook. You're the one to write it.
Okay. Wait, what was the question?
I don't think I actually asked one.
Yeah.
But now that
No, I see
now
what
that
you-
I said all of that, how do you feel about that? Maybe you ought to write that textbook.
No, yeah, I think no. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. I was just listening to what you said. And like, yes.
Just listening to the dulcet
No,
tones of my
no.
voice. We got to take another break. We have to take another break now. I am Donna Blanchard. This is the Arts in Hawaii. We're on the ThinkTech Hawaii digital series, talking with Stephen Patrick, and we'll be right back.
Aloha, I'm Nicole Horry for ThinkTech. For nearly half a century, the Hawaii Foreign Trade Zone No. 9 has brought the benefits of the Foreign Trade Zone program to Hawaii businesses and entrepreneurs. DBET, the Department of Business, Economic Development, and Tourism, operates Hawaii's Foreign Trade Zone program to encourage international business and economic development. The Foreign Trade Zone's mission is to increase the amount of international trading activity in Hawaii, thereby providing employment opportunities for the residents of our island state. For more information, see ftz9.org. I'm Nicole Horry. Mahalo.
Hi, we're back and we're live. This is the Arts in Hawaii on the ThinkTech Hawaii digital series. I'm Donna Blanchard, and I'm talking with one of my most intriguing guests, I think, here, Stephen Patrick. A nice Irish boy. No? We're just
Yes.
and intriguing because I feel like I'm getting some answers, but I'm also getting more questions. That is pretty cool. And I thought that maybe I was a little bit jaded about the artistic experience.
How do you mean? Like,
What, you asking me questions now?
yes. How do you mean? Exactly.
I mean it because I say that because I've had a lot of different guests who are involved in forms of expression that weren't necessarily as tapped into what's going on now, and maybe nobody has just iterated to me quite so clearly that they see the need for giving direction to the people who are witnessing their artistic form of expression. How's that?
That's usually what artists do, though. I think. That's right.
You know
Whatever
what?
the chosen medium, they.
I don't think about influencing people. Okay, as an actor and a director, I want to give people an experience, and I'm relying on a playwright to give me material, and I'm going to be as true as possible. I'm trusting in that material. I'm going to be as true to it as possible, and I'm going to share what I believe is worthy of all of this time and energy that goes on behind the scenes. But I am not trying to,
Okay.
you see,
I see.
I'm just giving the experience of whatever it is. I want you to get inside to the head of, no matter what character I've ever played, I've always played that character as though it is the lead. The show is about that person. As an actor,
Okay.
not as a director,
Okay.
you know who the story is about. But so that I am sharing the experience, and that is my artistry. That's where I lose time. But you are recognizing, you are using your artistry and influence through that artistry to drive. And that is very different. Now, I had a guest a couple weeks ago, Ed Bourgeois, who said that he was taught at a very young age. He's an actor, director, playwright. He was taught at a in school, which might have still been grade school, that you, as an actor, when you step out on stage, you never know who you are influencing. You never know when the next Mozart is sitting in the audience and something about your performance is going to stir them. And we as artists, I remember the first show I ever saw. I remember everything about that show. I remember most of all how I felt. I wanted to run up and get on that stage so badly. It was just like a visceral, it was like a tide coming in. So every artist has had that experience when they just were like, man, I need to do that. And he was taught you could be that. You could be the force of that tide for someone else, and that's important that we continue that. And but before that conversation, I never really thought about it that way before. Do you remember the first time you saw something or witnessed something that gave you that tug?
I think it was actually during my studies.
In college?
Yeah, I forgot what course it was though. I think I had a very left-wing academic advisor who was always anti-multinational corporation kind of thing. So that actually got me started on questioning things a lot more. And then I'm trying to think of that one defining moment. I can't.
Your work is so varied that I'm not surprised it would be difficult for you to come up with one defining moment. Maybe you got three.
I think it just got shaped during my college studies from one of my one particular sociology teacher, and she became my academic advisor in particular. Because I think I was always I always tried to keep up with the latest trends or what have you, and then she made me question that, but I didn't want to give up being the trendy person or the hipster person, but I also wanted to make a difference while doing it, or while being.
Huh. So maybe you have a moment at which you realize that you were really out front, just in your knowledge of trend.
Yes and
Maybe.
no.
Can we still use the term hipster? Is hipster
I think
no longer hip? It's like when people say something's classy. No, it's not.
I still think it's pretty.
We can still use that term?
Yeah, I think so. But the hipsters will never acknowledge it. Yeah.
How many hipsters does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Oh. How much? How many?
It doesn't matter and you wouldn't understand it anyway.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well, maybe you would.
No.
You're the one who should be telling that joke.
No.
So, what do you think of twerking?
Oh my gosh.
Where are we going with twerking?
We'll get started on that documentary soon.
We just have a few more minutes here, but I hate to even invoke this name on my show, but I have to ask about the shock value of people like Miley Cyrus. Just last week, we were talking about how did she go too far? Her name's on everyone's lips. And my answer, I was talking with someone who's 15 or 16.
Okay.
Okay, so I felt very separate from the moment that she was in, but she thought that, hey, everybody's talking about her. Kudos to her. And I said, it just flew out of my mouth before I even had time to think of it. She's on everyone's lips because she's trashy. Sex is easy. Anybody can take off their clothes and, be lewd.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't even that eloquent when I said it to her. That's my opinion about it. Where do you fall in that? Did she go too far?
No, it's like coming from a marketing standpoint, that's just genius. She's out there. She's getting her brand out there. She's getting people talking about her.
Yeah.
So that just raised her stock, be it bad or good. So that was I think.
I'm just heartsick about that.
I think the MTV gods loved it because they followed up right away with a documentary and they just wrote it. So.
Oh yeah, you would think it was planned.
Oh yeah, see, that's why I just say it as that's good PR, good marketing.
That was good. Do you think there might have been any of the tail wagging the dog involved there?
I think there was they kind of just they're good at. There's both. Yeah, she kind of did what she did, and she had a good team behind her, and they just jumped on it.
Yeah.
So you can look at that as brilliant. I do.
Okay, we have to wrap it up. I've really enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you, and yes, we probably could have gone on for another hour.
Oh, wait, what are you saying? Were you saying that
Yes,
Donna
you could have, yes.
Donna was what?
I didn't believe you. Yes, you're right. You probably could have.
Oh, there's
You're good.
the word. That's
You're
the word
good.
I
Yes.
wanted.
Very good. Very good. You're very good.
Thank you very much for being here. I
Thank you.
really appreciate your coming down and being my coolness coach. I'm Donna Blanchard of Kumu Theater. This is the Arts in Hawaii on ThinkTech Hawaii. And we've been talking with Steve and Patrick. Thank you all for watching and listening. Thank you to our production manager, Ian Davidson, who is in my ear, our communications director, Chrissy Goffigan, and to Jay Fidel, the love of my life, who somehow manages to put all of this together. To check out our previous broadcasts on YouTube, go to thinktechhawaii.com. This show will be on YouTube. It'll be up probably within 30 minutes. And please like us on Facebook,